So, this is something new that I'm trying for the first time. One take, video log, review, reaction type thing. So, this is going to be an attempt at one take. As you can tell, because I'm already screwing up, and hey, it's going up like this. Woo! Anyway, today I want to talk about the new Ghostbusters. That's right, the all female reboot, remake, remaster, re-release Ghostbusters. Today they came out with a trailer, and I saw that trailer. To be fair and to be honest, I wasn't expecting much for this movie. I like the old I like the I like the old Ghostbusters. I'm not full disclosure. I'm not like the hugest fan in the universe of the movies. I've seen them quite a bit. I do think they're classics, but I'm more uh, straight slasher horror movie guy myself. But the idea of a remake reboot without Harold Ramis or Bill Murray or Dan Aykroyd, it did kind of like turn me off the movie. I probably still won't see this movie, but apparently the trailer is generating a lot of controversy. And after seeing it, I was kind of like, why? So I just kind of want to talk about that and also just kind of give you my own personal reaction to the trailer. So the trailer itself starts, and immediately it's the character played by Kristen Wiig. She gets barfed on by some sort of blue CGI monster thing. And I thought, okay. The trailer continues, and I didn't hate it. Ironically enough, I didn't hate the trailer. Don't get me wrong, I'm not in love with it. I'm not going to run out and see the movie. It didn't sell me on the movie. Let's get that straight. I'm not saying, hey, Ghostbusters, man, new one, it's going to be sweet. There were a lot of problems. But the Ghostbusters themselves weren't. The Ghostbusters themselves weren't really one of them. Kristen Wiig plays it very straight laced. She kind of comes off as more the serious character, no nonsense. Hey, let's go and let's Ghostbust. Then you have Melissa McCarthy, who personally myself I don't like the characters that she plays. It seems like she's kind of fallen into like the Will Ferrell type of playing the same character, just different movies. Hey, I'm a ice skater. I'm a racer. And it just kind of. Eh. But in this movie, she actually does kind of play it straight laced, but she does kind of have these moments where she can emote and kind of do her Melissa McCarthy thing, and it works. It's actually, it's not bad. Then there's the other young lady whose name eludes me, but she's actually probably my favorite. She actually makes me laugh the most. The little scene where they're in the wig, or they're in that costume store, and Kristen Wiig is walking by, and she's looking at the wigs, and she's standing there, and she's got like this face, like I thought, that actually made me chuckle. I was like, clever girl. Jurassic Park reference. And then there's Leslie Jones, who has actually generated a lot of controversy, which I'll get into in a bit. But I thought she played her character well. She was kind of the brash wild card of the group. One point in the trailer, Melissa McCarthy gets possessed, and she smacks the dog shit out of her. And so, if you hate Melissa McCarthy and you want to see Melissa McCarthy get this dog shit slapped off her dumb face, this movie's for you. But all in all, the Ghostbusters, myself personally, I thought not bad. Don't get me wrong. There's no Bill Murray, Ramis, Egon or Winston. None of the characters kind of came off like that, but they have their own set of charm. And they have their own actions, and they interact with each other in their own way that it's unique and it's kind of endearing. But again, hard to tell from one trailer. But Ghostbusters themselves, not bad. What was bad was the jokes. The jokes in this trailer fell flat on their face. Nothing in this trailer made me laugh. There was that one wig scene, and it did get a little bit of a chuckle out of me, but nothing actually made me kind of just bust out laughing. In fact, a lot of the jokes that were written made me roll my eyes like, oh, why would you make them say that? One point in the trailer, Melissa McCarthy's character is talking and she's doing science shit. And there's like this thing next to her. I don't know if it was like a proton pack or something, but it's this thing. And she's talking and she kind of nonchalantly grabs it. And you hear an audible where it's hot and it burned her hand. So she lets it go. She kind of recoils and she looks at the camera and she makes this face. And the face itself, it made me smile. I was like, oh, okay, I see what you did there. But then she says, that was hot. And it's like, well, yeah, that was hot. You made the face. And we heard the sizzle. It's like the movie didn't think you'd get it. So it's like, hey, that was hot. You're stupid. Remember, it's hot. It just came off very forced. And it's not the only written joke that comes off very dumb. The trailer ends with Leslie Jones on top of Melissa McCarthy. She smacks the dog shit out of her, and she says, like, the power of Pam or the power of pain. Probably the power of Pam, because I think one of the characters is actually named Pam, I think. But she says that, and she smacks the dog shit out of her, and that's how the trailer ends. And I was just kind of like, that joke's like, not only has that joke been done a lot, the power of Christ compels you, and the power of this compels you, the power of that, but it just, I didn't even know what she said. The power of Pam. I think somebody was saying it was Pam, but me personally, when I saw the trailer, I could have sworn she said the power of pain. I've only seen the trailer once, and I just saw it, and I immediately jumped on here to give you my reaction to it. But yeah, the joke just, I don't know, wasn't funny. None of the written jokes are funny. But anyway, that was my personal experience, which, to summarize, better than I thought it was going to be, but probably still going to be garbage. Anyway, let's talk about some of the controversy circling this. First of all, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Yes, this movie, all female Ghostbusters. And you can feel however you want to feel about that. But if the fact that they're female is the main problem, get over yourself. Seriously. Gender at this point is a moot point. It doesn't matter. If the actresses themselves are good Ghostbusters, then race, gender, sexuality, none of that should play a factor into anything. And the fact that we haven't even actually seen them, this is literally the first trailer 1, and people are already going, oh yeah, all female Ghostbusters are gonna be trash. It's like, okay, but shouldn't you at least give them a chance? It's like writing a review for something that you have never used before. It just blows my mind, and it's very idiotic. But if the problem is that you like the old Ghostbusters more, or that you don't want to see a remake or another reboot, then okay. But the fact that they're all female Ghostbusters, it shouldn't really matter as long as they're good. Now, if they suck, then you can rip them a new asshole. Not because they're female, but because they suck. Now, let's talk about Leslie Jones's character. Let me start by saying I myself am Latino. So I can't really comment too much on the stereotypes or the racism that would befall somebody who's of African American descent or of, some sort of African American descent. But I do see I can kind of see it. Now, again, I think that the people that are offended are generally probably sensitive to things like this, or fall on the more extremist side, or are probably white people with nothing better to do. Take that, white people. See, that was racist. No, but I mean, at one point, the character, again during the possession scene, she kind of like overreacts and she kind of plays it up, and she runs and she tackles Melissa McCarthy, and Leslie Jones, smacks her, and then the power of Penelope Cruz defends you, and she smacks the dog shit out of her. And I could see if somebody was sensitive to that, or they were sensitive to stereotypes, or they'd been stereotyped in their life, they could see that and go, okay, that's kind of insensitive. But again, I don't think it was meant to come off that way, and I don't think that the general public is going to see it that way. But again, an argument could be made that, yeah, okay, that's her character is written, and the trailer is cut in a way that her character does come off as very stereotypical, especially since the three white women are scientists in the trailer, and they're shown, hey, they're scientists, they're smart, and they're this and they're that, and then you get Leslie Jones's character, and it's like she's more the everyman. But if you think about it, in Ghostbusters, Winston was kind of the everyman, so I don't really see it as racist. I just kind of see it as they're kind of like paying homage to the original, where Leslie Jones's character is just kind of the everyman, but also kind of in this movie a little bit of a wild card. But apparently a lot of people don't see it that way, and if that's how you feel, you're absolutely entitled to your own opinion, unless you're not African American, in which case, what does it matter to you? Like, seriously, I'm Mexican. I really can't comment because I'm Latino. Now, if she was John Leguizamo, and she was wearing a sombrero, and she threw nachos at somebody, then I could go, okay, that's a stereotype. Not all Mexicans wear sombreros. I left my sombrero on the bed. And not all Mexicans eat nachos, although nachos are good. I have no idea what I'm talking about anymore. To get back on track, Leslie Jones's character, let's wait and let's see. Maybe the editing in this video, or maybe the editing in this video is non-existent. There's no editing. The editing in the trailer, maybe it was just edited a little bit insensitive, or whoever edited it was just kind of asleep at the wheel. But again, I don't really see an issue, but who am I to see an issue? Lastly, I think the general consensus with the review, with the general consensus with the trailer right now, is it's not good, and I can agree with that personally. It's not good. What makes it good is actually the actresses themselves, the female Ghostbusters. Also, Thor makes an appearance for some reason. Go figure. But the actresses themselves are actually probably what's going to save this movie. In all honesty, because if that's the writing that they're bringing to the table with the new Ghostbusters, it's going to suck. It's going to suck bad, because the jokes are very, very ham-fisted. But the Ghostbusters themselves, Leslie Jones, Kristen Wiig, girl whose name I can't remember, and yet for some reason was probably my favorite in the trailer, and Melissa McCarthy, themselves, they are my favorite part of the trailer. And the movie's called Ghostbusters, so obviously they are going to be the focal point. And in the trailer, again, it's hard to tell because it's the very first trailer, but they play their parts well. And I think if they play their parts well enough, the movie could very well succeed. But it's up to them, because the writing isn't going to do them any favors. Also, the ghosts, all right. Slimer, yeah. Ow, hit my wrist. Anyway, that was just a real quick, unedited, me telling you what I thought of Ghostbusters, and also kind of talking about some of the controversies and some of the things surrounding the Ghostbusters. As of right now, the Ghostbusters trailer has, I think, upwards of 45,000 likes when I watch it, and upwards to almost 75,000 dislikes. A lot of people do not like that trailer. And that's your right. Honestly, go check out the trailer for yourself. You have my thoughts, my ideas, what I think of it. Go check it out for yourself. And go ahead and comment on Sony, because go ahead and comment on Sony's trailer, because this trailer is actually made by Sony. And Just don't say anything negative. Because last thing, apparently Sony is erasing negative comments in the comments section of the trailer. So if you go into the Ghostbusters trailer and you say, "Hey, I think this movie's trash," and this movie's gonna be fucking awful, Sony could very well just say, "Yeah, your opinion doesn't matter. Just erase it," which blows my mind. That right there, that right there is what makes me laugh. That is just the worst possible thing you could do. You guys can say whatever you want in the comments section below. I will not erase it. I will not censor you. You are entitled to your own opinion. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm TP Stingy. This has been my very first vlog reaction review thing. If you guys like it, please let me know and I will continue making more. Anyway, TP Stingy, out. The fuck was that? Piece of love.